Hey everybody, this is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in beautiful San Diego, California, where we are having lovely weather today. I think it's going to be 80 something, but it feels like it might go higher. They always tell us, oh, it's going to be 85 and then it's 90, so we'll wait and see. I'm actually going live with only one phone today. I can't seem to find my other phone. I know it's here somewhere. So once I turn the phone down, I won't be able to answer any questions or comments or anything else. So if you have any questions, put them in, but I won't be able to see them once I put my phone down because I don't have any other one. But we can go over some things. Today we've got, we're going to do a card with the Amber Autumn, which is a beautiful set that is in the new September through December catalog. And if you don't have one, let me know and I will get you one. And then remember also, Stampin' Up made a few announcements recently, and I'm going to repeat them again, which is the Stampin' Write markers are going to be going away because apparently we all like the blends more. So if you're a marker girl or guy, you need to get them ASAP. Hi, Roz. You're on fire where you are, or I'm on fire, not sure which. Anyway, so if you like your Stampin' Write markers, make sure you get them now because they're in the last chance. So once they're gone, they're gone. Also, they put some celebration items in there that they said they will only be there for a while till they're gone. We've got new online exclusives. Make sure you go online, you guys, because some of the nicest stuff is online and not in the catalog, at least in my opinion. Still have some paper shares if anybody wants one. They're $45. Includes a quarter pack of 11 different papers, both online exclusive and in the mini catalog. In terms of classes, I've got a class at the end of the month on the 28th with the Peaceful Garden set. And you can also do this at home. I will send you everything you need. You'll just have to have the Peaceful Garden actual stamp set and dies to be able to do it, but you're also going to be able to make 4 cards, half a pack of DSP. You're going to get a whole roll of the beautiful Misty Moonlight silver edged ribbon, as well as the beautiful flowers that go with them. And that's $35 and $10 more to send it to you. Other class coming up at Oasis, our senior center, is October 3rd at 1:30, and it's going to be fall cards. So maybe this one actually that we're making today, I may throw in there for that. And then other thing is, I'm going to put you down so you can see. Hopefully I didn't move things too. I don't know what just happened here. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I pushed some button when I was moving this and it did weird things. So hopefully you all are still able to see. Now, any comments I won't be able to see because I only have this one phone today. And if anybody knows where my other phone is, please let me know or use your psychic experience to tell me because I can't seem to find it. So this was to remind you of my Peaceful Garden class, and also this is my card for our Papercraft Collective Design Team video PDFs that you will get if you spend $50 with me, or if you want to buy the PDF for all 7 cards, it's $20. And all the cards will be using this set. We're not doing this today, but I wanted to show you this cool card because if you see from here, you can see how it stands up like that, and it opens like that. And I love this card. I just think it's so pretty. Anyway, today we're going to be using the Amber Autumn set, and honestly, it was this die and these 2 images that really attracted me to this bundle, but I'm really having fun with it lately. Getting in the autumn mood, even though it's not really autumn here. I'll show you a couple other cards that I made with this. Let me move this out of the way so you can see them a little better. And this was using that big die that's so pretty, and just a little circle cut out of the paper. Which paper is this? Because we're going to be using it. It's the 12 paper, Autumn 12. And I just think this one with the pumpkins is really cool. And this is another one I made. That was actually, that first one was an exact case of somebody who did it online, but I just can't remember who that is right at the moment. And then I kind of changed it up a little bit, as you can see, and put in that nice stamp with the pumpkins and colored it with some blends. This is one of the cards we're going to be doing, or that we did last month in my autumn class, and probably maybe we'll be doing it, or maybe something a little simpler for our Oasis one. But this is a card we're going to make today, which is a fun fold. I think this is called a joy fold, and it opens up like that, and you get this really good way. The reason I love this is you get to see both sides of the DSP, and I love it when they have the DSP, you know, front and back, that really match perfectly. So that again is from this Autumn 12 paper, and this stamp set, this Amber Autumn, is part of that suite, and that suite actually has multiple bundles in it. I didn't get the other bundle. The other bundle actually matches these trees. But I wanted to show you all the paper, because this is an interesting pack of paper too. Hold on, I'm getting them all out. Because this pack of paper has 12 papers, but what it has that's unusual is it has 3 of 4 different ones instead of 6 different ones. So this is the one we're using today. Really good guy paper, front and back. That one's my favorite. This one has red foxes on it. But you know, if you look at all the backs of them, you can see how you could easily get a really nice guy card out of it. Okay, so let's make this card. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a 6x6 piece of paper. And the other reason I love this is because if you have a 6x6 pack of paper, this works really well. So I've already cut it down to 5 1/4 this way. So it's 6 inches this way, 5 1/4. And then what we're going to do, let me make sure I have this the right way, hold on, because we want to fold it here. So we want to make the 2-inch one here. So we're going to score it at 2 inches. Okay, so then we can fold it back like that. And then we're going to put that on a 1/4 sheet of Early Espresso. So that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Warning you, this glue is going to run out because it's almost out anyway. And you'll see how perfectly that fits on here. And then with the other half, so it's still using half a sheet, so this is the other half of the 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, and I scored this one right in the middle at 2 3/4. And then you can see how that's going to fit in just like that. Isn't that cool? So let's put some, go ahead and do that already. Just get glue everywhere. And then you do kind of want to center it up and down as well as side to side. little bit, or maybe it's just where it's going to be. Should have left it where it was, because now I'm having trouble getting it on straight. You guys know that's my kryptonite. I cannot do things straight. Oh, but I have these lines to look at. That helps me line it up. So now we have that part of the card. So now we just have to do the other part. Okay. So we're gonna take a, what is this? 2.5 by 4 inch piece of white. And we're gonna take a little bit of our lemon lolly. For those that came on late, I cannot see you if you are writing anything because I lost my other phone. So if anybody knows where it is, I know it's in the house. My husband says he remembers seeing it somewhere, but God only knows where that is. All right, so we got a little bit of the lemon lolly. I'm gonna tap it off to the side. You can't really see what I just did, but I just do like that and tap off a little bit so that I don't make a big blob. I'm just trying to soften the background so it doesn't look quite so stark white. And I'm kind of using a light touch because I do want it pretty light. All right, now we're going to take some early espresso. And we're going to stamp our greeting down at the bottom. It says grateful for you, because I'm grateful for all you guys who, that looks a little heavy. Let me stamp it off and try again. Who come and watch and make comments and such. There we go. And then we are going to use, put that aside, the stamp that has all of the little acorns on it. And let's color that in. That's all of the stamping that we're going to do today. And I'm trying to remember what I even colored this in with, but we're going to try to do, I think, yeah, that'll work. This is dark crumb cake blend. The other thing you could do is take a blender pen and just move around some of that early espresso. And then this one is the ivory marker. I know mine are usually kind of all the same color, but my acorns that I see, but I wanted to get a little color going in here. All right, so now with my leaves, I used a bunch of different colors, so I'm gonna try to remember what I did, because I did try to put a little bit of yellow, and this is the dark Darling Duckling, because I'm figuring leaves around here, sometimes they turn yellow and green, sometimes they're red, depends what tree you're coming from. I figure we're early autumn, so they're just barely starting. Now I'm going to take a little old olive, we'll put a little dark old olive along the stems. Now, see how they have these little kind of almost shaded things here? that's what I use for my dark. If they say, oh, this is shade, I put my whatever blend I'm using, I put a little of that in with that shaded part. And the way I like to do it is I like to do the dark and then I come back in with the light and kind of then blend. Oh, this one is the bad one. I got some newer ones, but I didn't, well, now they both look like that. This is what happens when I have classes where we use our blends. You guys, be nice to your blends. Let's just go ahead and use the other end. And then I make, you know, if I'm trying to blend in the areas, I make little circles like that so that you don't really see a start and a stop, because you don't want like a line. You're trying to blend. And you don't want to do too much at once. So even trying to do both of these leaves at the same time, I probably should have just colored, you know, one leaf with the dark. See how it's not blending as well here. So you don't want to do too much at once. See how I'm having trouble moving that around to blend it in. The other thing is the markers do bleed through the back, and some people have suggested using more of the watercolor paper, which I don't really like to color on, or using more of the dark, the heavy white. But see, because how you can see the back there, that doesn't really, you know, matter to me so much, because I'm going to be cutting it out and putting it on something. So let's get our little machine up here. Might be time to change plates soon, Robin. It's getting old. Now let's find that die. That we need here. Always look at the smallest thing that you're going to be cutting, which right now is this. I want to make sure I get that cut correctly. To me, that's a little bent. Let's see if that helps. You know, what do I want to make sure I don't cut off? It's moving a little. Okay. So when you know it's time to get some new plates, when they're a little too bent here that they move stuff. Run away. That came out pretty good. You know, you can always cut around it if you don't like it. But let's get some dimensionals. Now before, maybe one more where my finger was. Before we take these off, I want to take our twine. Seems like Stampin' Up is turning more to twine lately than ribbon. So this is the Early Espresso and Old Olive Linen Thread, which is, I guess, a little thinner than the baker's twine. These are just great colors to have. I tend to get most of the ribbons and twine and stuff, because I just think it's so nice to have the variety of color. And you know, you could, if you wanted a different green, you could really take this green and make it a different color with a blend. Okay, so what I did here was use both of them, wrap it around, and we can then, oops, try to keep them together here. So I had one side that was kind of a little more open and one side together. But mostly what I think I'm going to do is figure that out after I get it on here. Just going to tie a little knot. Come on, where's my other, well, there we go. Where are you going, Mr. Early Espresso? I don't recall ever having an Early Espresso ribbon. I think we had one ribbon once that was Early Espresso, and maybe one, we've had Old Olive stuff before. And I remember one thin Early Espresso ribbon. So that's, I don't know. It would make me happy if they had ribbon and twine in every single color, but they tell me that's not practical, so. All right, so now we can play with that a little bit to make it sure it's open. And then that'll sit up here or more likely down here. All right, that looks good to me. I think we need to cut that off a little more. Okay, now we can put this on. And we'll get our card back and then put that on. Yes, you could put this up on dimensionals, but I figured it might be thick enough already with all these extra layers. Trying not to get in trouble from the post office. The last thing I want to hear from somebody I sent a card to is, hey, I like your card, but I had to pay extra to get it out of the post office. And I've had that happen, and it seems to be when I really layer up the dimensionals too much. Now on this other one, I don't know how I ended up with a little bit of extra since this is 6 by 6. I'm just gonna leave this one blank, or maybe we could see if we can just stamp part of the leaf maybe on it. Because this is so small, I didn't want to stamp a whole lot on here or cover up too much, but I think what I'll do is just stamp some leaves down at the bottom, because it doesn't give you a lot of room to write. So this is just a nice quick little either thank you card or how you doing card, or just to tell somebody you love them. And this is the same size as that front piece too. All right. So that is our card, and then I've got these canjuncraze&gold dots. Now this is the embellishment that goes with the Gather Together suite, the one with these big leaves in it. That's an online exclusive, and I just thought they'd be perfect for our fall cards here. They've got 2 sizes. Oh no, we've got 3 sizes. Oh, that's kind of fun when they have 3 sizes, isn't it? I think I'm just gonna put 2 on today. So that's our card. That's one we did today. This is the other one we did. And this one has just a little piece of paper. This one has just a little bit of the leaf. So I'm going to put you guys up. And hey, Tammy. I don't know who else is on. If you said hi, I'll say hi back, but I don't have my other phone, so that's why I couldn't see anything when it was going on. So thank you all for watching. I will be back next Monday at 1, and have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.